This is my review on Young and Reckless LA Season 4, Episode 3. I feel like Bonnie and Pam's fight didn't need to happen at all. But I do believe that Pam won both the rounds that they had, the round one and round two. I see that Naya's more involved this season than she was last season, or the previous seasons as well, because normally she was always behind the scenes, but now she's really adding her 2 pence. I see where Legacy's coming from though. Like, she should have been the co-host because Mel didn't come back, and I thought they were gonna do Mel and Ivory as the co-host as well. But I don't feel like Ivory should have hosted anything ever again. Only solely based off the fact of the South Central Baddie, she was a rubbish host. Didn't need to happen, all because she has a big name. They're adding her on. Sav, I will need to see if she does any better than she did the first. I think it was the first episode or whatever. So because they've only just announced her as a host, but from what the women have said in the trailer of the show, she was a bad host. So I feel like it should have been Legacy and Mel, if I'm honest. But that's just me. All of a sudden now, Ivory doesn't know who Bonnie is now that she lost the fade. And okay, but you knew her before. And then obviously they even said, I don't know who it was though, but one of the cast members basically said that Ivory knew Bonnie from a booking. So what is it then? Because you're lying now to us. You say you didn't know her, now they're saying that you kind of knew her, you were cordial with her, or you were, yeah, acquaintance or whatever the case was. I'm so confused. I feel like they should have definitely, this is what I mean with like production dropping the ball again. Why have they not shown the back and forth between Cash and Ivory in regards to like her trolling Donier or something like that? It seemed like Ivory was receptive to a conversation, but at the same time she said that she's trying to be a host and be cordial. But we know that she's probably going to end up seeing Cash, not doing anything, then sneaking out of nowhere, then trying to beat her up. Diamond's just annoying me because why couldn't you just let everyone just get to their room? Because obviously this reason kind of started off the whole thing with everyone going on lockdown in the end. But like, you could have just let Legacy get her room and then say, okay, Legacy, I need the fade now. But you waited till she got up the stairs, then you snuck her. I'm kind of tired of it as well because that's your only storyline this whole season, and I feel like the issue wasn't even that deep. Yeah, she said that thing about your nephew like 5 years ago or five, whatever, at the very beginning of Young and Reckless or whatever it was. You said, and you're only bringing it up now. Legacy was so nonchalant when she just sucked Pat and walked her. I was just like, that is insane. Even though Dior snuck A-Raw, I feel like A-Raw got the best of her anyway. I think maybe it was just like she's kind of on guard as well because after what Caribbean did when she was walking away or she was walking out the venue, Caribbean tried to get her last episode, and obviously now she's kind of like quicker with it. Again, why is another cast member, which is Nug in this instance, sneaking Minnie when they're meant to be going to get their rooms? Like, I don't understand this at all. It's just getting too annoying. And also, Nug is doing way too much, like, with Minnie because it's her only storyline as well. Sorry, but 3 people to one bed is crazy, especially when it's not even like a huge bed as well, because they have Legacy, Bonnie, and Alexis all in one bed. I don't know what it is, but I'm kind of over the situation between Diamond and Legacy because she's fighting over the same situation. What is the outcome? You want to fight every single time, and it's giving you just need some camera time because after the second or third fade, let's move on. Well, we can see that instead of the budget going towards flying them out the country or whatever it was, they've now given them a second house. Because I was even wondering where the other people got to sleep. But it's still like when they did that house tour as well, it didn't make any sense because we didn't see any bedrooms. So I'm just thinking, where are the bedrooms? Is it just one bed again and 4 people or 3 people are sharing a bed? I understand where Sav is coming from because she wants the door to lock so, you know, her items aren't ruined and stuff like that. But at the same time, with the way the show goes and whatever, people are always damaging stuff that they can't afford. Like, Nug has the apparently fake Chanel bag. You've maybe brought a real Chanel bag. She's getting upset about it. So I'm not really surprised. I just feel like they need to definitely do better with these situations. Like the room she's chosen, I don't know why it didn't have a lock. Security, obviously, they never secure stuff. We already know how they get down with these shows, so it's just a bit weird that they didn't. But I also feel like as a host, they should have given her a room that, or maybe recommended, oh, let's go get you to this room. Because obviously, I don't think even Ivory's room closes properly because it's just like, it's the bigger bedroom, but it's like it just has double doors, that's it, but it doesn't lock from the inside or outside. Doug, again, is pressing the issue with Sav, which is valid because obviously Sav pushed her downstairs, but it's Sav trying to ignore her. And I'm thinking at some point during the season, you're probably going to have to, or Nug wants you to fight after pushing her downstairs and throwing something on her. Sav should have said, I want to basically fight her after I wash or whatever and stuff. Because obviously, I think her main issue that she kept saying was that she wanted to really go and like basically relax and shower or whatever because they've been in the same clothes the whole day. Then she also mentioned, you know, that she basically wants to pee as well, whatever the case was. But obviously, with the door locked, she can't really trust it, that basically they're gonna allow her to do that in peace and whatever the case was. But Sav is definitely giving confessional gangster, and she already acknowledged it anyway though, but you can kind of see she's reverting back to old ways. The thing is, yeah, Sav is definitely giving scary because she should have just fought Nug and got out of the way. Maybe not in her room, but downstairs or whatever the case was. But I feel like also Sav would have probably won the fight with Nug as well because she's been getting better at fighting. Look how she was fighting on BBO with LaRue and Tori. she really is doing well. But I feel like maybe Sav just doesn't want to fight all, because now if she starts, or not that if she starts fighting, but if she starts defending herself, more people are going to be like, oh, I want to, try her to fight her and see if they can win. So basically downstairs it's a 2-on-2. So it's Pam versus Legacy, then it's Alexis versus Diamond, and Alexis was cracking Diamond in her headline. And this is why Diamond should have done more uppercuts as well of Alexis. I feel like security definitely dropped the ball when they were holding Legacy still, but they were allowing Pam to still get some punches and stuff, and they basically cut open her lip again. I'm just thinking, I hate when they do this type of stuff. Like, if you're gonna be security, secure something. Don't just secure holding me while the person gets a free shot in. I have to give props when props is due, because Legacy did way better than she would have done on like the previous seasons as well, and she was really uppercutting Pam. I was really shocked. Another thing as well, when they were orchestrating or whatever the fight, Lauren was in the background. I'm thinking, I haven't seen her the whole episode as well. There's so many people that I haven't seen this episode. I'm just like, what are you doing here? And obviously, again, Lauren couldn't do her confessional, so we don't know what, her thoughts or opinions on any of the stuff that's going on in the house. And it's funny as well, when there's all this commotion going on downstairs, you can hear Nug begging for it, dying for it, like begging to talk to Sav, and Sav is just giving her no airtime in regards to, like, Sav's not trying to run that fade with her, she's telling her to get out of her face. Aira really was calling out Dion. I'm glad that she did, because obviously people feel like, oh, because she lost the fight with Caribbean, that she's a weak target and stuff, and that's not the case. But I'm glad she did call her out. It, when as soon as they got on the floor as well, you could tell Aira was really punching Dior in her face, and Dior's there trying to act like, oh yeah, she didn't really do nothing. She did. And obviously next episode we kind of see that what do you call it? Dior's talking about, oh yeah, she's the one that, I don't know why Dior's lying to the women as well. Like, they won't see the footage when it comes back anyway. Like how she lied on the when she went on the other sprinter bus, talking about how it started, and then also now again she's lying about who called out the fade and stuff. And then Houdini as well is like a cast member that's faded into the background. But obviously next episode, we kind of hear her talk more and be more vocal. She was a bit vocal with Ma though, but we didn't really see much of them this episode either, compared to like last episode. I understand that lockdown was needed, especially when the cast are being rebellious, but I feel like it's a bit weird that you didn't feed your cast members either. Some people are eating, some people aren't. Let's feed all the cast members. Even if you have to bring the food to the room, that would make more sense. Also, why, if it's lockdown, obviously, yeah, it's lockdown for that house, but why is it not maybe the rules applying to the second house as well? Because they're on their phone, they're recording behind the scenes, and I thought production normally have an issue with that when cast members are recording and leaking footage and all this other stuff.